Hello, y'all. This is Best in Slot. I am your host, Ryan, and this is part 2 of Secrets of Stratholme. I figured out my shortcomings from the previous episode. It turns out that you do, in fact, need to go in and out of the entrance portal several times to get the lockout, but every time you go in and out, you have to make sure when you come back out that you reset all instances. If you right click your portrait, you'll see the ability to do that. Make sure you do that in between each time in and out of the portal. Or it will not work. If you do that, you should after 10 times or so, be able to get a lockout that says you have done this instance too many times this day. And then if you walk through the portal, you will be in the uninstanced Stratholme, which is where we're at right now. So, I said before, it's in the top of Eastern Plaguelands. And next thing on here, I'm going to show you guys, you can mount up inside the instance, which is what I'm doing right here. And then when you go forward, make sure you go to your right on the first turn. Go through this tunnel. And then on the next spot, you're going to take another right and go through the next tunnel. Now up here on the left side, you're going to see a gate. You can click on that gate and it will open for you. You'll have to walk through. It dismounts you at this point. But what we're trying to do is we're going to go through Stratholme here. Right click on this gate. And then when we get to the other side, the back side, there's a spot on the uninstanced Stratholme where you can actually just walk through the walls. And you will be able to go to the zone above Eastern Plaguelands that is normally non-accessible. And I can show you what is finished and what is kind of unfinished in that area. So we're getting close now. You go up here, and then I believe it is on the left side here. And yeah, that's just showing the map. The map doesn't actually help you at all because this isn't an area that's supposed to be located, I guess, on the map. So basically you just end up getting Stormwind all the time if you open your map. So this is the area you need to get to. If you come in here, you'll start to look around and notice that something is a little off. A lot of the textures are kind of odd. Some things are just kind of slapped together. Right here, if you open this gate, you'll come to a portal that you can walk straight through. There's nothing there. It looks like a portal that takes you to a different instance, but it literally does nothing at this point. Open this gate, and here's the area that is what I was trying to get to in the back of Stratholme. If you look up, you'll notice that is an unfinished Noxeramus that they were supposed to have up there with waterfalls pouring out of it. But as you can see, it's just basically all gray. They never really finished any of the textures, colors, stuff like that. There's no skin on it, in other words. If you look around, the buildings are just kind of haphazard. Like I said, it's not really finished the way it should be. And if you go back through here, you'll see, walking at this wall, bam, go right through it. There's no wall there. All this stuff is pretty much has no clipping, so you can walk right through it. And I'm dubbing over this video I already did, so I know what's coming up here. I kind of end up making a mistake right here and fall down. And I'll show you where it is. Right here, I thought I was going the right way, and I ended up falling down underneath. If you do fall down here, don't worry about it. Coming over this way, you can see that the floor is right there. If you jump up, you'll actually just be right back on the level ground at the top again. So here I go. I'm circling around, and I'll show you the right way to go. It's a little bit more straight ahead at this point. So we walk down here, and you'll notice if you look over to your left, you got hills. Now this is where you need to go. So we're going to walk up to the top of the hills here. And once again, the map shows Stormwind because there's basically no locator for this region. I sped this up because it takes a long time to get through some of this. A lot of it is pretty much not real detailed. It's just hills, not a lot of texture. But up ahead is what I really wanted to show you guys. There's a section on the end that's actually finished. And right here is probably one of the luckiest moments I have ever had playing. I have no idea how I hit that wall and did not take fall damage, but somehow I was able to cast slow fall, mid fall. I didn't mean to slip there. It was kind of an accident. But I made it down safely, which is good, because if you die, you end up in a graveyard completely outside and have to start all over. But you can fly in this region, and as you can see, like I said, there's a broken apart, looks like kind of a monument over here. And it got a little pier, goes out to the ocean, and then there's this tower. And all this stuff was finished. Looks like it was supposed to be some part of a zone that, like I said, Blizzard never really completed. I just really like the look of this. I think it's neat. Really peaceful kind of feel to it. And so I just want to show you guys this portion of the zone. And then, once again, still not on the map. So get on a flying mount, and I'm going to try to show you the rest of the zone. There's really not a whole lot to see. Like I said, it's not heavily textured or finished out. There's not a lot of vegetation, just pretty much grass and mountains. Right here, the effect you're seeing there is there's actually a built-in ceiling that drops down to almost mount level at that point. So if you're on a flying mount, you'll see that you get pushed down pretty much to the ground. So I'm trying to see at this point if there's any map to click, even if there is an empty zone, and like I said, it doesn't allow you to click at any point to see where you're at. So kind of sped this part up. Once again, like I said, the flying mount, you can use it, but it's not really helpful because you can't get up much off the ground to really gain any speed. But here's the rest of the zone. I'm taking you guys around, show you most of the hills and stuff. An interesting part up here, if you go to a certain spot, you can drop yourself back down into Eastern Plaguelands, and for a minute there, the sound come back on, and you can hear the music and everything, and it's like the game just kind of restarts because you got back into Eastern Plaguelands. But if you walk back out, everything goes back to silent because you're in the pretty much the forbidden zone. So I'm gonna fly around here, and that's pretty much it. I just want to show you guys a little bit of this stuff, and hope you enjoyed it. That's how you get to the forbidden zone in Stratholme.